Let's put up this picture of Donald Trump and Nicki Minaj. Jason, what is going on here?
I mean, obviously, we know, Donald Trump's affection to immigrants, or only when he dates them or when they stick up for his bullshit. I mean, Nicki Minaj, as we know, is an immigrant, and she's not an American, and she's not facing deportation because her head is too far up the president's ass. I mean, this is something that is typical of Nicki. It's sad though that she is just selling out the culture, selling out her fans, and selling out her brand. For the price we don't know, but selling it out nonetheless for Donnie is just really embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, well, here she is. This is when Donald Trump brought her up on the stage. She's saying that she is Donald Trump's #1 fan. Here it is.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Jason, could you hear and see that?
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, it's really sad when she's saying we're going to defend him or we're going to protect him. Who is the we're that she's talking about? I mean, just the fact that her wig had slipped and you can see her edges on this moment tells me that the gays have given up on her, because the gays are the people that get these girls together. And when I saw that wig slip, I said the gays have just stopped working with her altogether. I mean, look, if this was the RNC and she was following Amber Rose, maybe
Jason, you are shady AF. I'm just saying. But it's true though. I noticed the same thing, but I didn't say it. I also said that coat was huge. I mean,
was it huge or was it snuggled? I mean, we don't know what's under there. Look. It's clear that if this was the RNC and she was following Amber Rose and it was before, the mass deportation of everybody black and brown, the killing of Renee Good, the killing of Alex Preddy, the standing behind the killings, the now flip-flopping on whether or not it was killings, the Christy Gnomes of it all, the Bondis of it all. If it was maybe before all that, we would still side-eye but be like, okay, girl, like we're over you. We don't know what phase you're going through. But after watching an assassination of 2 Americans, white Americans, this ain't even black people being shot by unarmed black people being shot by police. These are just white people now, ICU nurses, people protecting their neighbors from this attack on Americans from the federal government. And for her to get up there with a bad press was, I mean, just all around bad. Because Don, you've been on primetime TV, and right now you are the primetime. When the world is watching you. You knew when you went in that church in Minnesota and you knew that pastor was going to call the feds and they was going to try to lock you up. You knew you were going to have that lineup, right? You were going to be as cute as you could be, because if a mugshot was to follow, you were not going to give them any bad tea. She knew she was going up there to meet with Agent Orange, and she knew what was going to happen. She knew our ass was going to be here to talk about it. Why you go up in there with your wig slipping under that thing like that? Why?
You think the gays have given up?
The gays have given up. We don't even want the job no more. In a struggling economy, we're giving up doing hair for Nicki Minaj. Like what?
Well, maybe I think her nails may have been on point, because Donald Trump is saying he wants to let his nails grow just like hers. Here it is.
Nicki, come on up. Come on. She's been such a great supporter, and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And I said, I'm going to let my nails grow because I love those nails. I'm going to let those nails grow. She's so good. She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way, right, Alex? She's been with us all the way, and just want to thank her.
So he's saying she is MAGA.
Well, let's first of all give a shout out to Nikki's nail tech and Donnie's makeup artist who covered up that bruise on his hand. I mean, obviously they were more concerned about the glamour than they were the good of America. I mean, whether or not she's been MAGA or not, nobody really knows where Nicki Minaj stands on anything. We know she's not going to stand on the red carpet of the Grammys where you are because she's never won one. But look, I mean, I think although I'm bringing humor to it all, it's a really sad moment in America where we're watching democracy at stake, where we're watching the lives of our fellow Americans being taken because they're standing for what they have the constitutional right to stand for. I mean, to see the desecration of our Constitution and just what America stands for and the whole world watching, you know, while he plants his Trump Tower in Gaza. A genocide happened under his watch, his attack on Africa, her supporting the attack on Africans. I mean, I don't really know where she's going with this, and I don't know how this is going to work with her album rollout in March, but nonetheless, I won't be there. In fact, I might get some lighter fluid and burn it in the street.
Jason, you know, when is she pulling? I asked this to my team, and it's in all seriousness, and this is not shade. Is she pulling a Kanye?
You know, I worked with Kanye as head of media, as you know. I mean, Kanye is Kanye. And so like there's a certain element of like we expect things from Kanye. So when Kanye says slavery is a choice, he's not saying in his own mind that slaves just chose to be slaves. He's saying that collectively we're stronger together, and if we would have really worked together and just, worked harder to overcome slavery, whatever. I mean, that's his own rationale. Of course, I think it's all crazy shit. But Kanye is Kanye crazy. Nicki Minaj, this is just weirdo. This is just some weird shit. Now, her husband isn't facing any federal charges. Her brother's still locked up for molesting his stepdaughter. And so I don't know what the motivation is. Like, is the bag big enough? The way he was talking about her, promoting his product was almost like an endorsement from hell. And then on top of that, the way he was looking at her ass was kind of crazy too. No, let's not forget he has 34 charges of sexual assault and all those other things sitting behind her. So, pedos of a feather flock together, I guess. I don't know what's happening over there. I am far away from that, prayed up and staying away from the weird shit.
Well, people were asking, and we almost put it on there. It's like, is this the new MAGA power couple here? Because that's what they look. They look like they were booed up. No?
Okay, Don, you're gaslighting me because you want me to go to jail with you. Because let me tell y'all something. I love Don Lemon. I will take a Don Lemon call any hour of the day and night. But last week when he was in a fight with Trump and Nicki on the same day, and the feds was looking for him, y'all, I told my team the block is too hot on the Lemon Live. Stay the hell away from there. I threw all my lemons out my house. I don't even want lemons in the house.
You told me you're like, I haven't what you have? You're having a procedure done. I'm like,
Well, I know I was having a procedure done. It wasn't one that kept me out for long enough to miss your show, but I just went ahead and just took a break. Don, you are out there doing the Lord's work. When you talk about Christianity, you are the Christian that of all Christians right now, where you can walk up in a church and just discover the fact that this church isn't even living by the word of God. Love thy neighbor, right? Unless you're black or brown, Somalian or whatever. Back to Nicki. I don't know if it's mental break, if it's the allegations that she's on the Tina, that cocaine. I don't know. I just want the Roman Empire Nicki back.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh no, all of that. It's all allegedly. Everything's allegedly.
Everything's allegedly.
Yeah.
The Tina, the coca, what you said, that's alleged.
Whatever. I'm just saying what the streets are saying. I don't know what she's doing. We see the weird behavior when she gets online. She gets mad and she threatens.
I don't. Look, seriously, I'm going to tell you the truth. I want you to finish your thought, but as they say, I don't study Nicki like that. I don't even like her music. I've never been a fan of her music. I've never been a fan of hers. Now, Cardi is my girl. And I wish I would see Cardi this weekend, but apparently she's not going to be here. I saw her last year and she was amazing. But Cardi's my girl. I've never been a Nicki fan. I just don't like the energy. Never have.
Well, I love Cardi, and look, Cardi will be back on Monday. If you're still here Monday, we can go to her rehearsal for her tour. But look, I love Nicki's music. I do love Nicki as an artist. This is unfortunately one of those situations for me, like an R. Kelly, where I cannot separate the artist from the music. I can't listen to a Nicki song without thinking of the fact that she woke up this morning, she took her wig off its helmet and tacked it on that head and went over there with him to stand up there and promote whatever she promoted and sold her soul to tell everybody that she's her biggest fan, as if the Barbs. Now, I've labeled the Barbs a terrorist group years ago, but here's where me and the Barbs now are on the same page. The Barbs are even waking up. Even the Barbs are like, hold on, girl, we love your music, but what are you doing over here? We ain't moving with you over there like that. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And I want to say shout out to the Barbs who are fleeting the Barbie house. And look, Barty Gang is always taking new fans, so you can always come over to Cardi's side or any other side that you want, that you need, because that's what you do with immigrants, right? You allow them to find freedom in places of refuge where they are being attacked, and right now they are under attack from their own queen.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a show. We're live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time with new clips dropping at 2 p. and 8 p. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, join the Lemon community. Members get exclusive posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and live chats just for you. So hit the join button or visit our channel page to sign up. Thanks again for all your love and your support, and I'll see you next time.